Welcome to Bill Dance Saltwater. Great fun fishing that anyone can do. Yes, you can do this. The Banana River is a 31-mile-long lagoon that lies between Cape Canaveral and Merritt Island in Brevard County, Florida. It's part of the Indian River Lagoon system that connects at its south end to the Indian River and also has an outlet to the Atlantic Ocean via a lock into Port Canaveral. The lagoon includes salt marshes, mangrove swamps, seagrass beds, drift algae, oyster bars, tidal flats, and spoil islands, providing habitats for many marine species. These are brackish waters mixed of salt and fresh water, waist deep with a soft bottom of sand and grass. The Banana River is home to over 400 species of fish, including popular spotted sea trout, snook, and tarpon. And it also has an awesome population of redfish, ranging in size from small rat reds to monster-sized 50-pounders. Our host has returned to this area today to team up again with popular area guide Captain Peter Deeks of Native Sons Fishing Charters. Peter has gained quite a reputation for boating good sea trout in this area, and he's also well known for his redfish savvy. The game plan for today is to tempt the reds with mullet-cut bait. Let's climb aboard and see how well it works.
How big are the fish? These fish are, say, in the 4 to 8, 10 pound range?
Yeah, there's different schools. We'll fish a couple of them, but most of them are in the 4 to 10 pound range.
So light tackle fishing would be perfect.
At its best, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you what, you get a 4, 6, 7, 8 pound redfish on light tackle, I mean, they'll give you all you want.
They fight so hard, don't they, for their size?
Oh, I'll tell you what, I love to catch on light tackle, matching the size of the fish to the tackle you got.
It is, and they're big enough to keep their head down. They pull out that drag, and it's fun fish to catch.
Oh, absolutely. There are a lot of manatees in this area?
There are. There are a lot of manatees. And this over here is a power plant, and it keeps the water warm in the winter, so it concentrates so many manatees in the winter, and they usually don't leave. So we've got manatees here year-round.
Wow. So there's just an endless supply of bait and fish.
Yeah, this is one of the few places, if not the only place, where redfish actually complete their full life cycle and never leave. So you can catch the 40-pounders in here year-round. You can catch the little ones year-round. Same with the black drum. It holds its whole little ecosystem. So much bait and food. It's a good place to fish. Hey, Bill, why don't you give it a cast right over here to the right about 1 o'clock?
All right, here we go. Out that way?
Yeah, it's perfect right there.
Darker water, there's more grass.
Yeah, it's a big ball of grass that's drifted in here. Now they're biting.
We're on. Big time.
I'll bring in and get out of your way.
I don't know where this one's going. Not anywhere he wants to go, I guess. Look at that smooth, slick, flat river rock. He's cutting. I don't care how big they are, they're all strong. Yeah, that's red. He goes, and then he'll go back this way.
That's it. Doesn't matter where you're fishing. They all fight hard and they all fight the same.
I don't care if they're 2 pounds or 10 pounds. I love to see them when they do that. Boy, they get so far and they said, I'm heading out the other way. I'm gone. They do. They just say, I've had enough of this, Jack. I'm gone.
Doesn't matter where you're fishing. They all fight hard and they all fight the same.
I don't care if they're 2 pounds or 10 pounds. There you come. Look at that there, buddy boy.
Nice one.
Hold him up there. You got him. You got it. You gonna get the hook. Yeah, you got it.
There he goes.
Hello. A nice little fish. All right, we're going home.
Today's show is sponsored in part by Bass Pro Shops, your adventure starts here. Quantum Rods and Reels, outsmart, outfish, outlast. And Mercury Marine, go boldly. Today's Conditions Log is brought to you by Bill Dance Digital. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube for great information that can improve your fishing.
We just got a cut piece of mullet here. Go right through his lips.
You find that cut bait is better than live bait?
It depends. Artificials work good sometimes. Today they're a little finicky, and so we're using the cut bait, casting it out to where the school's sitting, and they'll eventually suck it up. And when they start getting more aggressive, you use the live bait, and then you can switch to artificials if you want. But if they're not wanting to feed, they'll always eat some live bait, or some cut bait, I'm sorry.
Got him?
This is a drag screamer.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna come on in.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, I heard it. I don't know how much it's gonna take. He's gonna trick you. He's gonna spool you. You better turn him. Or be hollering, "Power poles up!"
He's coming, he's coming.
They don't know what to do. They'll run right, they'll run left, they'll go zip this way and that way. Like I said, they act like they're crazy as a sprayed roach.
I like that.
I mean,
I'm going to be using that.
And he's a wallering. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, that hook is just barely in there.
Nice.
Look at the size of that one, buddy. Look at the size of that one.
There's a good one there. Let me get that hook out.
Oh no.
Popped right out. Look how pretty that one is.
He's nice. That big old dorsal fin. Doing.
Yeah.
You want to turn him loose?
Yep. Let me
Right
go.
over here with the water. Hello.
Pretty orange fins. Look at that color of those. Beautiful. And their eyes are so beautiful. They've got that just gold and blue rings.
They're gorgeous fish. One daughter.
My arm's cramping up after that one.
Nice.
Are y'all baited up back there, Bill?
Yeah. Bait it up.
Nice.
All right, where are you?
I'm right here, so that other trench is still open.
Okay, here you go. Out here.
That's perfect right there.
So you say early they seem to be a little bit tighter, but as the day goes, they bust up and start roaming?
Especially when it gets windy like this. Yeah, they just roam all around. That's where patience comes into play.
Patience.
If you know the spot's good, have some patience. They'll come in.
See, that's a mistake I think a lot of people make. They don't have the patience just to sit it out.
Yeah.
I know I'm bad about that.
I am too. If I'm in a new area, I can't sit there. But fished here enough to know they're coming back.
You fish too fast, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you fish overfish. I do that all the time. Well, I thought we had him. We had him right up here to the boat, and then he just said, I'm going the other way.
You're putting the heat to him too. He's still tugging.
All right, we got him.
Nice one.
Woo!
That's a fat one there.
Pretty fish.
That really is a great one there.
All right, sweetie. Going home. Ready to go home? All right, toodaloo. There we go.
When they break that 15-pound mark, they start tugging a little harder.
Yes.
Today's show is sponsored in part by Mako Boats, building legends for over 40 years. Gamakatsu, world's finest hooks. And Motor Guide, trolling motors engineered for anglers. Today's equipment log is brought to you in part by Gamakatsu, because the fish of a lifetime only comes once in a lifetime. Today's show is sponsored in part by Stren, the standard of dependability since 1958. Garmin, fight your fish, not your fish finder. And Mystic Lubricants, lubrication domination.
There it is. Yep.
Boy,
That's like a 3-point shot from half court. Nothing but net.
nothing but net. Oh, let me see.
I'm getting a bite, Bill.
Huh? You get one? Get him.
Got him.
All right, let me get in right quick. Come over me. Come on with him. Come on with him.
That feels like another good one.
I'm out of your way.
Yep, you're good. He's off to the right.
Okay, good. These little outfits we're using are just perfect for what we're doing. We're using 7-foot medium action smoked saltwater rods, and the reels are 30 class smoke.
Okay.
They're saltwater versions too. And they just balance out just perfect for this whole outfit. And we're using 20-pound braid strand.
Okay.
Everything is just ideal, all lightweight. These rods are extremely lightweight.
They really are. It's neat that they're a matching set. You rarely get that. So this is what it's all about right here.
Oh, I mean, I tell you what, you got me sold on it. I love it. That's why I like to go down to Lafitte. I like to catch those big bulls, but I'll tell you what, I still love to do this.
Yeah. But the fishing technique isn't too hard. You got to have good equipment, good reels, good rods. But the catching part, you throw it out in the school of fish and they eat it.
Yeah.
Look at him out there breaking the water, Bill.
Yeah, I seen him. Oh boy, that's a nice fish. Oh yeah, pretty one. Open up, baby. Ooh. Boy, that is a good one. Really nice. Yeah, I got the hook. There it is. Look at the size of that. It weighs 16. Huh?
Yep.
Look at that. Woo! Nice, Peter. You ready to go? How much does a tide fluctuate in here?
0, none.
Really?
Yeah. It's so far between the two inlets that maybe an inch at most.
Wow.
That's why it's so important to make those extra long casts. Those fish can feel everything because there's no moving water, just very still.
Yo-ho! We are on again.
They're starting to chew. They're getting fired up.
Definitely.
Hey, how does it go?
Here.
What is it?
He is gone. And I mean gone, brother. That one has got his hat.
Coming around.
No, he's gonna do what he wants to do.
That's a good one there.
Ooh. Look at him.
Still got some life in him.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Got him right in the top lip.
Getting to you.
Hello. Okay. Toodaloo, baby. The Bill Dance Question and Answer of the Week is brought to you by Mystic Lubricants and their complete line of JT4 marine products. A full line of products for your full line of pursuits. Visit mysticlube.com today. Are there any drawbacks to long casting with monofilament lines? Well, afraid so. For one thing, you don't have near as much hook setting power. Also, as great as monofilament line is, the longer it stays in the water, the more moisture it absorbs, as much as 30%. Even if stretch equates to only a few inches at the end of a 40-foot cast, it can zap the power of a hook set. As I said, stretch affects your feel and also depth control, especially when fishing crankbaits.
Today's show is sponsored in part by Millennium Marine, a new class of comfort, and Thin-Nor, legendary tackle since 1933. Closed captioning is provided by Bill Dance Digital. Follow us. Today's product tip is brought to you by Garmin's Echo Map series of chart plotter sonar combos. These awesome push-button units provide the clearest scanning sonar images on the water.
What's the best polarized tint glasses for fishing? Well, I personally wear SolarBat MossBat gradient glasses, and here's why. The upper part of the lenses are tinted green, which brightens the color in some fishes, making them a whole lot more visible in the water. The green tint also helps filter out off-colored water. The bottom half of the lenses are higher contrast amber, so when I look into the shadows, my vision is much better.
If you're looking for the latest fishing information and tips, be sure to check out the free Bill Dance mobile app, available for both iOS and Android users.
He's going to Yondersville with me. When that spool gets about half full, half empty,
Is that a little nervous?
I don't know how many revolutions a line it takes that I'm picking up, how many feet I'm picking up per revolution. I'm gonna measure that sometime where I know. But of course the diameter of that line, that's about 8-pound test. It's less than that. What would make one area better than another? In other words, I'm looking at just miles and miles and miles of a flat. What would make this one 300-yard section better than another?
They like it here because there's a little bit of a drop off and there's a lot of seagrass and a lot of bait fish. But it's easier to, I spend a lot of time just going around on the trolling motor and looking at the fish. Once you see them, you can realize why they're there. But it's very hard to replicate. If you see an area that looks just like the area you have fish at, you can go there and there won't be anything. So this area doesn't have any tide or current. Areas like that you can pick a point or structure and the fish will be on it. Here they're just there. You just have to go around and look for them. But the key point would be grass and bait fish. If you find that, you'll find fish almost every time.
You little tough dude, you. Look at that big old head. You know, I'm telling you, I can take a heavier rod.
Yeah.
That fish right there gives you as much work on that type of tackle as a big stiff rod. Well, you take this rod right here, you know, that's a 40 size cowboy.
Yeah.
And we're catching 35-pound jacks on it.
Right.
Right there. The work that a 35-pound jack gives you on this rod, that rod right there gives you as much work on a 8 to 11-pound redfish.
Sure does.
As a 35-pound jack gives you on this rod here.
Right,
so imagine
right.
the tackle to the size of the fish.
Makes it that much more fun.
Oh yeah, it does. So you got about 5 or 6 turns. There's about 6 more. Besides having the opportunity to fish with you and catch a lot of redfish, yeah, that's a fact. What other attractions are there in this area to do?
You have the Space Center. There's a big visitor complex. They do a lot of tours out there. You can see every launch pad, and that's really neat. You also have Cocoa Beach, world famous Ron John surf shop, a lot of attractions there. And Orlando is only a half an hour to the west. So you got all the theme parks and everything to do out there in the big city. And if
Disney
you want to,
and all that.
Disney, yep,
SeaWorld.
yep, all right there.
Like I said, this is something anybody can do, and this is a guy that can make it happen. If you really want to have a good time, light tackle and catch a lot of fish. Peter Deeks is a guy that you want to get in touch with, but right now we're going to see if we can load up some more redfish.
Cool. Thanks, Bill.
We're about out of showtime for today, so before we go, we want to emphasize again that the redfish is one of the 2 most popular sought-after fish in the Banana River system on Florida's East Coast. When's the best time of year to go? Well, we're being honest with our reply to that question when we say the best time to go red fishing here is any time you can go. Thanks for fishing along with us today. And please join us right here again next week for our next fun episode of Bill Dance Saltwater. We hope you've enjoyed Bill Dance Saltwater and learned that you can do this. Please join us right here again next week.